Hey, what's up, besties? It's your girl E.Michelle, and I'm back with another video. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. So you probably clicked on this video because it says sinking fund, and you're like, okay, what's a sinking fund? Or maybe you know what a sinking fund is and you just want to see what my categories are for my sinking fund. So what I wanted to do was take a minute just to kind of explain sinking funds and then go into what my sinking fund spreadsheet will look like for this month. January has kind of already started, but I've been putting aside some money for this anyways. I hadn't made up my mind. Was I going to start it in January or start it in February? And I decided I was going to start it in January. So that's what I'm doing. And I thought I would share it with you guys. So a sinking fund is essentially a fund that you pay into monthly or check, per your checks or however you want to do it for a long-term goal. And by goal, that could be a long-term purchase. So like, let's say, you have a vacation coming up in July and you want to save, you want this X amount of money. Well, then, if you divide that by, July is the 7th month. Okay, so you would divide it by 7 and you would need to put this amount into your account every month to save up for that purchase or that thing that comes up in July. So basically that's what it is. It's essentially just a way for you to save things that may come up. A lot of people do like car maintenance, renewing their tags, any sort of like repairs around their house, clothes for their kids, Christmas stuff, school supplies, events that may come up, anything like that, you can really turn into a sinking fund. So what you should do now is start thinking about some things that come up throughout the year that you need to save for. So like what I wish I would have had maybe like a year ago before I got my new car was saving for tires. That was always like one thing that would come and bite me in the butt. And I was terrible at doing this. What I would do is buy one tire because that's all I could afford at that time. I couldn't afford to put $400 down on some tires when I knew I still had to survive for the rest of the week. So now that I have my new car, I won't need tires for at least another year, prayerfully. But I am going to include some of that into my car maintenance. Now, as you guys know, my brother is my mechanic, so I do get a little bit of a discount there. But other things that may come up as far as like tires and like that, I need to plan for. So that's just an example. Birthday parties for my kids, like I only have one son, but then my boyfriend has a son too, and we end up doing birthday parties. Well, last year we took my son to Incredible Pizza, and that cost about $150, and it literally was only maybe 3 or 4 kids that came. But you're paying for the cake, you're buying the presents, you're buying the entrance to the place, the pizza and all that stuff, and it all adds up. So this year I was interested in the sinking fund, so I decided to go ahead and start it. Sorry about that long intro, but I wanted to make sure I kind of explained it as best as I could in layman's terms without getting all super technical and all that stuff. But if you guys are interested, I'm going to leave a video up here at the top. Jen Plans does a really great job of explaining it in a more deeper detailed level, and you can definitely follow her, or you can look up Dave Ramsey sinking funds, and it explains it pretty well too. So let's go ahead and get into mine. I've kind of made like a little cheat sheet over here to the side because I wanted to start planning for it before I showed you guys what I came up with. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm kind of decorating my sheet. I feel like if I decorate it, I'll be a little bit more proactive with it. So I got this sticker from out of the budget sticker book, and I think so I just cut it because I don't need that $ thing there. But I wanted something to kind of label here, to label my sinking funds. And I'm going to put one of these paper clips here because I just think it's cute. One of these paper clips from the budget book. And I'm going to label this my sinking funds, and I'm going to write down the date, which today is the 7th, which that's cool. Whenever you want to start your sinking fund, start it. Like, don't be afraid to start something in the middle of the month. Do what you can when you can, as you can think about it. Like, the more motivated you are, do it while you're motivated to do it, because if you wait and be like, oh, well, I'll just start, then you may not do it. So just a little, tidbit. So I'm going to title this Sinking Funds. And I like how that turned out. Okay, so up here, we're going to put a category. do I want to start right here or start down here? That's hard for me. Okay, so I'm going to start here. And I always have next month if I fludge this up, which I've been known to do from time to time. So I'm going to put the category there. And I just have some skinny washi that I think I'm going to use to kind of like line that off there. But we'll see how good this washi does, because sometimes, as you guys know, washi can be a beast and a half. And yeah, so I may be just using markers next time, because that might be just a tad bit easier. But I like decorating, so I decided to decorate it. And I know there are a couple of men that watch the channel, so I'm sorry if this is too girly. But I like to do things that are going to make me want to look at it, want to see it, want to, you know, do what I'm supposed to be doing with it. So, yeah. If you guys are into decorating your planners, you're probably into decorating your sheets. And you're going to want to do something like this for yours. So just take that and cut that off of there. Just add a little flavor. I just want to add a little flavor, okay? Just a little flavor. So we have our category here, and then we're going to have our start amount. Yeah. Put that here. Start amount. And then we have our plus and our minus and our ending. So this is sinking funds, and I'm just going to go ahead and put January, because you're going to want to do this monthly so you can see what you have and what you don't have. And I just have this cute little washi here that I'm going to be using to separate everything. Again, you can just use your pen if you want to. You do not have to do this step, because I'm thinking I might not do this step next time. But, you know, depends on how much time I have on my hands to do it. So I think what I'm going to do is write my categories down first, so that I don't use the whole entire page, because I want to put something else down here at the bottom that I'm going to show you. So let's go ahead and put our categories. Okay, and I definitely went over that one, so I'm gonna have to wipe that out, because that is not going to work. And that's why I should have put my thing down first. And I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that out too. Alright, so I have my little rink-a-dink lines. I probably would have been better off drawing them there, but hey, it's all good. So, just rewriting that in there, because I feel like that looks a little jank. Everything is basically going to start off with a $0 balance, because this is my first time making a sinking fund type thing, so I don't have anything in there. Now, what my plan is for every month, basically, what I want to put in there is these different amounts. So I have it written out over here. I did kind of like a copy type thing over here. And basically for my car maintenance, I wanted to put $30 per month, which will be $360 by the end of the year would be in there. And then for clothing, $20 a month, because the kids really don't, because they go to schools that have uniforms, I really don't have to purchase a lot of clothing items and stuff like that for them. Only time we have to do that is like purchasing socks, because for some reason we have a sock monster, and yeah, that like gets out of control, or a special event, but that money will be there. And plus my son's father and I go half on pretty much everything that he needs as far as like clothing and shoes wise, so my contribution would be not as much. And it's the same, we do the same thing with Courtney and I with his son, we go half, so that amount is good enough for me. Trips home, sometimes I like to, we take random trips back up to Indiana, and I like to have money for that. I don't always drive, but now that we have a newer car that's smaller, I mean, that takes less gas, basically. We'll probably be taking my car a lot more often versus my brother always driving. So I want to be prepared for those types of things, just in case I need any sort of food money, putting gas in the car, get up there, need to buy something, whatever. That money goes towards that. And we don't do it very often, but just in case, like this money would be, it usually takes me maybe $60 to get home, but in the event that I want to do something else while I'm up there. And then clothing for myself. I'm really trying to cut back on clothing items that I'm purchasing for myself, but sometimes there are events that come up that I need to purchase for. Like I said, birthday parties for the kids, $30 a month. So that's $360 a year, and again, I split that with their dad, so that's good. So that equals to be $15 per paycheck for car maintenance, $10 for clothing, trip home $10, clothing $10, and $15 for birthday parties. Now today we just talked about doing some stuff for my parents for their retirement party, and I'm not really sure exactly what we're going to have to put in there, but I did want to add it to my sinking fund because I know in the next couple of days I'll be knowing how much exactly I need to save for. But what I'm thinking, because we're going to be splitting it between between 4 people, I'll probably need to save at least $500 for that by July. So I think I can go ahead. Should I go ahead and do that? No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on that because I definitely want to make sure that I'm saving enough money. So I'll wait on that one, but that's the next one I had. So right now I'm looking at $60 per paycheck into my sinking fund. So every time I get paid, I need to be putting $60 aside somewhere into this particular fund. Now I have a suggestion for myself, will be to adjust my direct deposit to automatically put $60 into an account, or to automatically transfer $60 to my savings account every time I get paid, and that's my Bank of America. But the thing is, with that one, it's connected to my checking, and what you're supposed to do is not have it connected to any checkings account. So I may need to do something different. I'm not sure yet. And then I also said use my Chase account as a true savings account. I have 3 accounts. You guys probably have heard me say that before, but I have a couple of different accounts that I keep my money flowing through. 1 back at home, actually 2 back at home because there isn't a Chase here, and then my Bank of America account here. So I do that because it helps me with emergencies and things like that. So yeah, that's how that works. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So those amounts will be going into the account, and actually I've already done that, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there. Yeah. Well, wait, I should wait till the end of the month. I'll wait till the end of the month because I need to know what I'm actually going to put in there. So I'll wait till the end of the month to do that. Alright, you guys, so this is my sinking fund explained kind of thoroughly, I think so. What are you guys tracking for your sinking funds? Let me know if there's some things I should be adding to it, things that I may have missed. I don't know. Let me know what works for you guys. I would love to know down below, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Mwah! KK, bye!